Spirit Halloween exclusive. Tony Fake Wise Guy, Pizza YouTube, Grifter Costume. Cry about rent one night, brag about being untouchable the next. What's inside the bag? Fake mob resume, complete with "I knew Sammy the Bull" scribbled in crayon. Plastic cup of coffee and cigarette prop. Never leaves his hand, even when begging for super chats. Dog puppet named Leon. Comes pre-stuffed, no feeding required. T-shirt with stains. Authentic sauce marks for that live stream on the sidewalk look. Cardboard sign reads "Donate or I'll spill secrets" in crooked Sharpie. Grifter goggles. Helps you see imaginary connections to every wise guy from Brooklyn to Sicily. Optional add-ons sold separately. Iceman poisoned my cheeseburger. Story expansion pack. YouTube Live donate pop-up window blinks every 30 seconds. Bonus untouchable sound button. Press it and hear "I was made kid, made." Warning, costume may spontaneously start rambling about RICO cases, ex-wives, and rats in the chat. Caution, extended wear may cause urges to grift from your neighbors. Tales from the Pizzaverse. Rise of Tony Bum Pizza. A Bambi's Twisted Tales and Pizzaverse Studios production. A Bambi's Twisted Tales and Pizzaverse Studios production. You can't keep a bum down, not even in hell. The rain hadn't stopped for 3 days. New Orleans smelled like gun oil, bourbon, and the kind of secrets people buried alive. Bambi Palermo stood on the edge of the pier, trench coat slicked with rain, cigarette burning low. Leon, the mutt she'd adopted after the last war with Tony Bum Pizza, sat by her boots staring into the fog. Behind her, the Pizzaverse crew waited in the van. Frank Pesciararo checked his revolver, the metal glinting under the streetlight. Admiral Impeach was in the driver's seat, chewing a cigar stub and muttering about spiritual warfare protocols. Aaron was buried behind a laptop, eyes twitching with caffeine and paranoia. Willie was filming the whole thing, narrating into his mic like it was the evening news. Sungrown leaned against the door, calm, silent, looking like a statue carved out of smoke. Jim Martin, the slick talker with political pull, sat on the steps scrolling through messages he'd never answer. And Mikey the Hammer Palermo, Bambi's cousin, her blood, her muscle, cleaned his brass knuckles slow, like he was polishing memories. Lightning cracked over the river. Bambi flicked her cigarette, turned to the crew. "Tony Bum Pizza's back," she said, "and this time, he's not streaming from a car. He's streaming from hell." Willie's voice trembled. "So, the bum's undead now? Like, influencer meets exorcist?" Aaron's screen lit up, flashing green. His old YouTube channel reactivated 3 hours ago. He's posting live from multiple IPs, all dead accounts. And there's something else, voices layered over his. "Ghosts?" Lopez asked. Aaron shook his head. "No, fans." Frank spat into the gutter. "Only in this century could a ghost get subscribers." Bambi zipped her coat. "We move now. Admiral, you take point. Aaron, trace the feed. The rest of you, stay close. Tony died with a grudge, and if he's back, it ain't for forgiveness." The convoy rolled through the swamp roads, mist curling through the headlights. The old Crown Vic that used to be Tony's tomb sat half buried in mud. Its headlights flickered like eyes. A voice echoed through the fog, low, static, smug. "You think you can erase me? I'm made, baby." They froze. The voice wasn't coming from a speaker. It was in the air, bouncing off the water, riding the humidity. Then the car door swung open on its own. Out stepped Tony Bum Pizza, or what was left of him. His skin hung loose, face pale green, eyes glowing like bad neon. He still had that same ratty tracksuit, the fake gold chain, and that crooked grin. Bambi took a step forward. "You should have stayed dead, Tony." Tony laughed, the sound half digital. Dead? Babe, I trended. The real mobsters. They're my mods now. I'm the Don of the afterlife. Frank cocked the revolver. You're still a bum. Tony raised his hands. Lightning shot out, twisting into shapes. Ghosts of old mobsters appeared in the rain, faces flickering like broken film reels. They surrounded the crew. Admiral Impeach grinned, sparking up the flamethrower he'd modified with holy water. Permission to engage. Granted, Bambi said. The swamp erupted in fire and screams. Frank blasted through the phantoms. Aaron rerouted the ghost signal through his laptop, eyes wild. Sungrown moved like a shadow, taking out the revenants with quiet precision. Willie kept filming, muttering into his mic, exclusive footage, the Pizzaverse versus the paranormal. Mikey tackled a spirit that looked like it came straight out of an old Brooklyn photo, punched it so hard the thing dissolved into static. Jim Martin yelled over the noise, "Somebody tell me we're not burning federal property." Lopez fired a single shot, shattering Tony's phone that floated above him like a crown. The green light flickered. Tony screamed, voice glitching through the air. You think this stops me? I am the algorithm. Aaron hit the enter key. Not anymore, you're not. A surge of energy blew out every screen in the swamp. The ghost froze midair, then burst into sparks. Tony stumbled forward, hissing. Bambi walked up to him, slow trench coat flapping in the wind. Tony, she said, you always wanted to be remembered. He grinned weakly. Yeah? She raised her pistol. Now you're history. The shot echoed over the bayou. Tony's body hit the water, sizzling till there was nothing left but steam. The crew stood in silence, rain hissing on the fires. Aaron's laptop crackled one last time. The screen read, "Stream ended." Frank holstered his gun. You think he's gone for good? Bambi looked out over the swamp. Guys like Tony never die for good. They resurface every few years. New name, new grift, same stink. Willie turned the camera on himself. Ladies and gentlemen, the Pizzaverse has cleansed another curse. The truth always wins, but it don't come cheap. Admiral Impeach saluted the ruins. Operation Bumbuster complete. Sungrown just nodded. Let's go home. Leon barked once, low and calm, like punctuation on a prayer. Bambi smiled faintly. That's right, kid. Let's get out of this swamp before the next ghost starts a channel. Later that night, back in the city, the crew gathered in La Tavola Nera. Whiskey glasses clinked. Cigarettes glowed. Lopez nursed his bruised knuckles. Aaron was already downloading new security firewalls. Willie edited the footage with dramatic music. Frank told the same war story for the 5th time. Impeach dozed off mid-toast. Sungrown cleaned his gun in silence. Mikey argued with the bartender about Sinatra. And Bambi, she stood by the window, looking out at the skyline, Leon at her feet. And that was the night the bum burned for good. Tony Bum Pizza, the fake, the fraud, the wannabe wise guy who conned the living and pissed off the dead. They buried him in digital dust where all lies go to rot. But in this city, lies don't stay buried long. There's always another clown with a camera, another ghost with a grudge. Bambi stubbed out her smoke, poured another drink. Tomorrow, she said softly, we start again. Leon barked once. Lightning flashed over Brooklyn. And somewhere in the static hum of the city, a faint voice whispered through dead Wi-Fi. Hey, you know who I am? The light flickered. Fade to black. This has been Tales from the Pizzaverse, Rise of Tony Bum Pizza. Brought to you by Bambi's Twisted Tales and Pizzaverse Studios. Subscribe, stay sharp, and remember, in this world, kids, the truth always comes with a body count. Thanks for watching.
I don't waste my time with these fucking morons. Stand the guy, he'll get his beating one day. He will. I promised him a beating. He'll get it. He's going to get it. The summer wind came blowing in from across the sea. It lingered there to touch your hair and walk with me. All summer long we sang a song, and then we strolled that golden sand. Two sweethearts and the summer wind, like painted kites